guys, what's up? Welcome back. My name is Tess. Today's video is going to be 2 looks on the Smoke and Roses palettes. You guys voted on Instagram saying you want to see the video. I wasn't sure if you guys are still interested, so yeah, I'm going to do 2 looks with the palettes. I'm also using the brush set that it comes with as well. So if you guys are interested in today's video, please don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and share it with your friends. I would really appreciate that. Let's go ahead and jump right in. Okay, let's go into the shade Alone, this pretty pink. I'm just gonna fluff it through the cream. Angel eyes. Well, this angel eyes is quite pink. It's pinker than I was expecting. I want to go into the shade Attraction, this type of a beige. I just want to buff all the edges. Now I'm gonna go into a little bit of a glitter primer. I'm going to tap this on the eyes. I want to kind of get into this shade called Romance, this shade right here. Okay, now I think I want to go into the shade called This Guy. I'm using the brush set E28 brush. And I'm going to use this guy. And I'm going to use this brush E9. And now I want to go into the shade Pretender, this red. And I kind of want to use that to kind of deepen the inner part of the eyes, just to bring some dimension. And I want to bring some warmth in the corner as well. Okay, to soften the edges, I'm going to... These mats are like kind of powdery. I don't know. I want to soften the edges. I want to go back to Attraction. I kind of want to go into the shade Part Time just to add some warmth on the inner corner. Okay, I'm going back to the same metallic Romance and just kind of build it up a little bit. And on the outer part, I kind of want to go to Is This Love? Okay, I want to deepen the lower lash line with the shade Tonight, and I'm using the Colourpop E18. I don't know how to feel about like some of the shades are just a little bit powdery. Okay, so I'm just like going to Tonight as well. Okay, I'm going to pack on some glitter primer on the inner corner now. I want to go into the shade On a Call. Okay, so for the lower lash line, the inner corner, I think I'm gonna go with the shade Faithfully. I'm gonna brighten this area here. And I'm going to brighten my brow bone as well. I'm gonna take the brush E4 with the shade Truthfully. Now I'm just like refining the details. I'm adding a little more of this guy to kind of like deepen the outer V a little bit. And then I'm gonna go into the shade Pretender just to add back the shading. I feel like the mattes in this palette is a little sheer. Okay guys, I'm back with the finished look. So I kind of used the Colourpop Cream Gel liner in the shade Honeydew to kind of clean up the negative space. And for the inner rim, I used the Colourpop Cream Gel liner in the shade at Sunset. And yeah, this is the finished look. I didn't apply lower mascara, but that's besides the point. So yeah, I really hope that you guys enjoy this look. And let's move on to the second look. I'm thinking I'm gonna go into probably or explore around these color story here. That's a cute color story. I feel like if you really love pinky neutrals, you'll really enjoy this palette. I'm going to go into the shade Look at Me on Colourpop E2. Okay, I'm going a shade deeper into the shade Part-Time. I was using this, now I'm using this. This shade is a lot peachier. It's a really pretty shade. Okay, now I want to go into the shade Spun Around. This just neutral type of a chocolatey shade. On Colourpop E18, I'm going to kind of deepen, kind of do like a little wing out moment. This is the E6 angle brush. I'm dipping into Spun Around, that chocolate brown. And just continue to wing things out. And I want to deepen this part of my eye. Okay, so for the lower lash line, I want to go to Colourpop E26. The same shade, Spun Around. This brush is quite nice for like your lower lash line buff. It's not too skinny, where I feel like A18 is a little too skinny. This one is like way thicker. It just gets the job done a lot faster because a lot of times, you know, all you want to do is just kind of smoke out the lower lash. You don't really need a detail work, and this one gets the job done kind of nicely. Alright, now I want to use some glitter primer just to kind of pat the eyelid down. And I want to go into the shade Speechless. This shade right here. That's a pretty shade. Speechless. It's a pretty shade. Okay, I kind of want to go to the shade Twin Flame. This shade. Deepen the outer part. And I'm going to the brush E28. I'm just gonna soften these edges here. And I'm going to spun around. Okay, I want to deepen this look up. I'm gonna go into the shade Tonight. Deepen this look up on the lower lash line. Now I kind of want to balance out the eyes a little bit. I want to go to the shade Cake Starts. Deepen this part just ever so slightly. Okay, to brighten the inner corner, going back to some glitter primer. I'm just gonna go into Colourpop's E3. This kind of like small concealer flat brush. And just pack on some glitter primer on the inner corner. Called Love Hurts, this shade. Okay, I think that's pretty much the look. I'm going to add some cringe eyeliner in the shade Get Paid. So for the brow bone highlight, I want to go into the shade Every Rose. This is the finished eye look. It's very like everyday appropriate. And let's move on to the face for a little bit because I do want to use the brush with you guys. Let's go ahead and bronze up the face together. I'm going to Charlotte Tilbury's Instant Look of Love palette. I'm going to kind of bronze up the skin. Now I have already used this brush already. I feel like it allows you to get very precise. It is skinnier on the side so you can get like very precise with it, and then you can flip over to buff. I think their brushes are good for the price. I wouldn't say you have to like necessarily run on and get their brushes. When I think about Colourpop, brushes are not the first that I think about, but I do feel like if you want to get them, they're nice brushes for the price. They work just fine. I'm just gonna use the blush in this one since we're doing a very neutral type of a look. F21 to apply the blush. I really like this blush. It's very pretty. Brush itself is soft, angled. It does the job. Okay guys, that's pretty much the full face done. For the lips today, the Colourpop Luxe Liquid Lip in the shade Penne Pincher. It kind of just ties the look together. There's a little bit of a peachy new undertone in this. Just to give you guys some of my thoughts on the brushes, I do feel like the brushes are okay. They're nice. They work. Only have like 4 face brushes. This one is good for contouring, or if you want to do some light powdering. This one is good for contouring also, but I do feel like the brushes are a little too kind of flimsy. It's a little skinny for like a heavier application. So if you want to do blush, it takes a little more time to build. Just make a mental note on that. It works, but it's just not my favorite. I do like the bronzer brush. This brush is okay for me, and this is tiny kind of dual-ended brush. You do get the bristles. Some are a little longer, some are shorter. The application is a little softer. It is a little more precise. You can do your highlighting, which let's use this to kind of highlight a little bit. I didn't really do a highlight. I'm gonna go to the Glam Face palette, highlight, and see how I like it as a highlighting brush. Yeah, it definitely works quite well. Yeah, it definitely works as a highlight brush. If you want more like precise application, you can do blushes like this, you know, like buff it out. So yeah, I do like this brush for highlighting wouldn't mind keep on using it. I do find that lately I don't really reach for brushes like this. I might do a giveaway on this brushes. I have so many makeup to give away to you guys. I still need to organize it, but trust and believe it's coming, okay? Like I'm planning on doing a big giveaway, one on my Instagram, one on my YouTube channel. So that's the face brushes. And as far as the eye and brow brush, I did use spoolie brush. Quite a nice spoolie brush in the sense that, you know, the bristles are a little more dense, so you do a nice job kind of brush up the hair. I do like the spoolie brush. There is also like a lip brush called L1. I normally use the lip brush as like a detailing brush. As I showed you guys earlier, I did use it on the inner corners and stuff. So I normally don't really use a lip brush unless it's on a client, you know. So this is the lip brush. It's cool as like a detailing brush. This is like a smaller buffer. It's E28. You can kind of work on your detail work. This brush is quite nice to kind of buff out your lower lash line. And this brush, you guys saw, I kind of work it as more of like a detail blending. This is the fluffy blending brush. It's okay. Angle brush does work quite nicely. I do enjoy it. And this is like a concealer brush, or if you want to pack on some color. And also this brush, you can, you know, buff your lower lash line, or if you want to flip it over to kind of smoke out your outer V. Anywho, I really do enjoy the brushes. I feel like for the price it does the job, but not every brushes kind of suits my needs, so you gotta kind of weigh on the pros and cons on the shapes. They're not my favorite, but I definitely will keep on using them. You know, it does the job. So yeah, that is my thoughts on the brush set. Okay, you guys, let's move on to chat about this Smoke and Roses palette. I really do enjoy this look that I created. It's like, it kind of reminds me of Divine Rose 2, the tones of the crease shade kind of reminds me of Divine Rose 2. The formula is not pomegranate, but like the tones in here are very, very soft and pretty. Again, I do struggle a little bit with the deeper tones. I actually tried to create two looks using like the deeper tones, and it didn't really turn out the way I really wanted to. So yeah, I did struggle with a little bit of deeper, darker tones. The deeper metallics doesn't really flow with the deeper colors in here, so that's my only thing with the palette. It's just the depth is not as deep as I would like. So if you do have deeper skin tone, keep that in mind. It might not be deep enough for you. Personally, I would wish it goes, maybe give me like extra rows of like more deeper tone. That would be a dream. This palette probably is not designed for me. I know a lot of people will really enjoy this type of a tone. If pinky neutrals and peaches are your thing, I really think that you will love this palette. The metallics are absolutely stunning. So yeah, this is a good palette. I do love it. If you guys do enjoy makeup palettes, I think you will enjoy this one as well. So yeah, that is my thoughts on the palette. It's up to you guys if you guys want to buy it, and let me know if you are interested in the palette. Really hope that you guys enjoyed today's two looks and some swatches. Please don't forget to subscribe if you have not subscribed. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok. I love you guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye.